Yo, 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 another guitar lesson. We got another question to answer here. This one is from Michael Vest 6861. Is it possible to request maybe a video of you going through all the triads in each key? Like, for example, A, then minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. But can you show this in maybe D, B, C, G, F? Just maybe give a roadmap or idea of all of these. Yeah, so I know what you're referring to here, Michael. And this is definitely a tall order, but I can get maybe piece by piece. A lot of these lessons that I've taught are dealing with triads. This is kind of a little bit farther down the path than what I've taught so far on my channel, but I'm definitely cool with just answering this question for you and doing a video for you. Now there's a lot here. So first of all, I guess we should look at, I'm just going to look at it in the key of E. Now, you can do it in any key, obviously, and this is kind of a linear approach. So if we're in E, and we're going to take this string set right here, and we've got this D, G, B string set, and we're going to do root position. Now, what's important about this exercise at first is to make sure when you're doing this, you're seeing all of the chords in the same position or the same inversion. So we're doing root position. So we've got E. Now also you want to check out the scale on the root note. So we're starting on E on the D string. So you should be able to play this major scale, E major scale. Oops. Not like that. So you get what I'm saying, though. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, knowing, you got to know this. There's a lot of information you kind of got to know to be able to understand this lesson. I'm assuming you know it, and I'm sure a lot of people know this. So you have to realize the 1 chord, we're building a triad on, the 1 is always major, the 2 is always minor, the 3 always minor, always. This is how the major scale works. 4 is major, like you have in your little question there. 5 is major, 6 minor, 7, we got that diminished, 8 major. Okay, so if we take a look at these one at a time here, now the exercise could simply just be playing them, you know, and then what you're doing is you're sliding over a whole step to get the 2 instead of playing the major shape. You play the minor shape here, and then the minor shape here for the 3, and then the 4, 5, 6, 7. Back to 1. Okay, so really what you have to know is, let's just dissect the triad root position real quick. And I'm going to play it, where am I going to play it? I'm going to play the 4 chord, the A. So it's out on the fretboard. So we want to be able to play, see how these triads change. This is why it's so comprehensive. Music is so comprehensive. You got to know, if you know your major triad and then you know how to get the formula for a minor, you just flat the 3 to get your minor. So every time you run into a minor chord, the 2, the 3, and the 6, you just play this shape. Now, if you want to do a diminished chord, you have to realize, how do you spell a diminished chord? It's 1, flat, 3, flat, 5. So literally you just take the major chord and flat the 3 and the 5, and you get that shape. So a good exercise is to just, you know, I'm just playing major, minor, diminished, just seeing these shapes. Now when we apply that to the scale, 1 major, 2 minor. It's got that flat 3 in it. Again, what I just did. Or there's a 3 chord, 4 chord, 5, 6, 7 root. Now, a practical way to use this musically, I can show you just something real quick musically that's really simple. If you put the time in to learn that, check this out. I'm just going to arpeggiate those, and I'm going to drone this E note here. So I literally just played super simple. And that sounded very musical. It sounds super cool. I mean, you can obviously make it more musical. You can easily turn that into a relaxing piece of music. Not as good as the first one, but you get the idea. So that's a really cool way to play some relaxing guitar, and you can just kind of move around with those things, especially the 1, 4, 5. Now that's in root position, and of course you can do that in any key. All you do is move it over. F would be here. All I did was move those shapes over a half step because I'm starting on F, right? And I think you mentioned maybe the key of D. I mean, here's the thing. You can do it in any key. It's going to be easier if you know all the inversions. So that was just root position. If I did, let's say, first inversion for D, now the root's on top. So then now, and we got to recognize the 3 is in a different spot. So let's do real quick. Let's check out the 3, or the major, minor, and diminished chords in this shape. Major, minor, diminished. Okay. Flat the 3, and then flat the 3 and the 5. Okay. So now we've got this going on. We got D, we got E minor. Now the root note's on top, so you got to check that out. And then we got F sharp minor, G major, A major, B minor, C sharp diminished, and D. Same kind of thing here, okay? So now you can't do the open string thing in D. You can, I guess you'd have to do it down here, and that would be in second inversion. Second inversion, this time the root note's in the middle. Okay. So here's our major, minor, and then our diminished. Okay. So major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, major. And so now you've got the same kind of thing I was doing with the E. And making it kind of musical. So there's a lot of information in that to unpack, but hopefully that answers your question. Really, it's all about just finding the root note, and like you already know, major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. That's the order of the harmony of the triads in every key. So wherever you start, as long as you know your inversions, just keep them the same and start that way. I mean, obviously you could do it a lot of different ways, but that's a good place to start. You should be able to do that in all 3 inversions, in all 12 keys, and then we can start thinking about stuff like changing the inversion. Let's see here. So F, yeah. Yeah, that's wild. I'd have to look at that, but anyway, hope this helps, and peace out.